Remember, rejoice and renew. Jai Hind. All passengers are requested to fasten their seat belts. Please make sure your table trays and seats are in a upright position. Please switch off all electronic devices. And so continued the pre-takeoff announcement. I was quite excited and thrilled to be a part of the school team to travel to Ladakh. My seat was right at the front. I could see a few cabin crew staffs shuffling about. One among them came over to me and asked, "Dear, there is a mother with an infant seated at the far end of the flight. Would you mind exchanging your seat with them so they can use the cradle holder?" "Sure, ma'am, not a problem," I immediately answered and rose to walk through the aisle towards the end. The mother, holding her infant, thanked me for the favor and took her seat. It may not have been a huge help, however, I was proud of myself for having done it. I took the seat next to a very pleasant-looking gentleman with a smile on his face. We acknowledged each other. The flight took off. The air hostess distributed small bottles of drinking water. "Would you mind opening the bottle of water for me?" asked the gentleman next to me. "Sure, no problem," I said before opening the bottle for him. "So, you are a part of the school team, I suppose," he said after drinking the water. "Yes, we are taking part for the competitions being held commemorating the 20th anniversary of victory in the Kargil War," I answered, excited. "Oh, that sounds great," said the gentleman with a smile. "I have prepared quite well for the essay competition I'm taking part in," I said and continued. "Shall I share a few facts with you about the topic? That way I could brush through the points and, Uncle, you could be enlightened with new information. What do you say?" "Sure, that would be great. I would love to hear," answered the gentleman. I started. The Kargil conflict is also referred to as Operation Vijay. The combined operation of the Indian Air Force and Indian Army was given the code name Operation Safed Sagar. Well, they proved to be a great team for sure, right? "Sure, go on," said the gentleman, listening quite attentively. The Tiger Hills was one of the highest peak, 16,700 foot, and the 18th Battalion, called 18 Grenadiers, seized the hill through daring attacks. You know, the temperature at that altitude would have been about -15 degrees Celsius to -20 degrees Celsius. What great willpower and determination would they have had to keep going on? I said. "Yes, real brave men," answered the gentleman. I continued. "Did you know Grenadier Yogendra Singh Yadav was awarded the Paramveer Chakra for the major role he played in the capture of Tiger Hill? He suffered 16 bullet wounds and still pushed himself further on. I couldn't believe he was only 19 then. I really wonder how these men keep battling in such challenging conditions even after getting severely hurt," I said. "Our country does indeed have quite a lot of brave men," said the gentleman, and continued. "And you are really well informed." "Thank you," I said. We landed at the Leh airport. "Nice meeting you, young man," he wished and shook my hand and left. As we boarded the bus, I realized I never asked the gentleman's name. He was left-handed, I noticed. He even shook my hand with his left hand. We got ready the next day for taking part in the celebrations. Our school had groups assigned for the different competitions being held. I sat for the essay competition and concluded it with the following paragraph. The 20th anniversary of the victory in Kargil War is being celebrated with the theme Remember, Rejoice and Renew. We remember our martyrs by revisiting the sacrifices and instilling pride and respect among us. We rejoice by celebrating the victory, and we renew our resolve to safeguard the honor of the tricolor. I was quite happy with the work. We were directed to a hall later where we were told we would be addressed by one of the war veterans. I had to leave to the washroom and excused myself. As I returned, I heard a familiar voice from the stage ahead. I pushed myself through the crowd to get a glimpse. To my surprise, it was the gentleman who sat next to me. He went on. It was a great honor to be a part of the 18 Grenadiers. Our success in seizing the Tiger Hill owes to all our fellow soldiers who were involved in the coordinated team attack. A friend whom I met asked me, "Wonder how we men keep battling amidst such odds and challenging conditions even after being severely hurt." I stood there engulfed with mixed emotions. I couldn't explain how I felt. The gentleman continued, "We call our country Mother India, and as her son, we would fight until our last breath to keep her and our brothers and sisters safe and sound." There was a long and loud roar of applause to which I wholeheartedly joined. The national anthem began. We all stood in attention. As I sang the anthem, a gush of tears fell from my eyes. I couldn't stop. I didn't know why. I was not sad. I was not hurt. They were not tears of joy. I then realized it was me paying homage to the valiant soldiers. It was the feeling of patriotism. It was my love for my country. I eyed the others and found it was not only me who shared the feelings. I figured we are all born with it. After the national anthem, the gentleman on stage saluted and hailed Jai Hind. And I noticed he didn't have his right palm. It was offered to save Mother India and her children. Dear friends, hope you enjoyed the story. Please do like, share and subscribe the channel Short Stories for You. Please do not forget to click on the bell to be notified for more upcoming stories. Thank you.